So the Battle of Kohima was fought initially by a very small group of soldiers through the first 2.5 weeks where they were totally surrounded, and many of those soldiers were actually Indian soldiers. Many of them came as part of the Assam regiment, and that is where my grandfather was the commanding officer for the Assam regiment, so Lieutenant Colonel Brown. And originally they were posted at Jessamy and Karasom, but they were asked to withdraw to Kohima to bolster the defences here, because at the time the town was not very well defended. And it turned out it was going to be a pivotal moment. The Allied headquarters realised that very late, and so the Assam regiment were asked to come back here. And they arrived on the 3rd of April. On the 4th of April, the Japanese encircled the town, and the siege continued until the 20th of April, when the 2nd Division were able to push up relieving forces from Dimapur. But the battle continued, with the Japanese well entrenched, fighting extremely bravely themselves, until they started to withdraw on the 1st of June, is when their General Sato, ordered his men to start withdrawing. And finally the Allies could start pushing further through Kohima, clearing Kohima, and then clearing the road down to Imphal, and then beyond back into Burma. So Kohima itself, it's the first point where the Japanese were defeated in a battle on land. It took a long time. The situation here was not just militarily critical, but it was absolutely grim fighting, hand-to-hand fighting, close contact, night and day. The men on the hill were completely surrounded, so for the first 2.5 weeks, getting any water was very difficult. Food was limited, supplies of ammunition were dwindling. They were only resupplied, the only way they could continue was being resupplied by air. The Japanese fought bravely and ferociously. It was such intense fighting. It's one of the reasons why it's remembered so dearly, the cost of that battle in terms of the human aspect of it. But also it marks the very furthest point the Japanese extended west on their campaign, which is one of the reasons that it's again recognised as a look back every year. The route that we took is the closest we can recreate from the historical records that we have. We may have not done it perfectly, we'll never know for sure, but we've tried to recreate it in the way that we think Colonel Brown brought the men back from Jessamy to Kohima. But we do know that there was another soldier of the Assam regiment who brought a number of other men in. He was a Major Khalistan, and he took a route which went further north and then cut down into Kohima from the north. We'd love to try and find that out and recreate that. We also know that there are different regiments of the 2nd Division, the